Hello, snakes. My name is Dante, and today it's Podcast Tuesday once again, and this time we'll be reviewing all 19 Godzilla spoilers, 16 regular spoilers, including the free exclusive Japanese ones, which you can get from collector's boosters. And yeah, let's head straight on to our number 19. I ordered them from worst to best, and yeah, let's head on to the number 19, the worst. I don't know the Godzilla name of this card, but the actual card is known as Mysterious Egg, a 1-mana 0/2 egg with whenever it mutates, put +1/+1 counter on it. Yeah, it's quite cool. And usually colorless cards are like the first in the set number. Well, yes, it is the first one, but there's actually 3 colorless cards in this set because so yeah, it's quite cool, and it's good if you're planning on mutate decks. It's not good elsewhere. It's just a 1-mana 0/2 that when it mutates, it grows. Yeah, it's quite cool. And the Japanese art, the Godzilla one, it's quite cool. Like, look at this. It's like there's this spider web all the way inside that in that pagoda. Yeah, it's quite cool, and there's so many helicopters surrounding it. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a Japanese exclusive. That's the only common available in the Japanese. Wait, what? No. Need to place this in this. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Well, let's just get to our number 18 in this podcast. Wait, wrong one. And we got King Caesar, Ancient Guardian, which the actual card name is Huntmaster Liger, which is a 4-mana 3/4 cat with mutate for 3 mana. Whenever it mutates, our creatures you control get +X/+X on turn, where X is the number of times this creature is mutated. It's quite cool though, but this is supposed to, so you plan to mutate it multiple times, because the creatures just grow depending on how many times you've mutated it. It's not bad, but it's quite I'm just saying it's too conditional. Like, you need to be playing a specific mutate deck for it to work, and it doesn't make itself stronger, which is quite bad. But yeah, it's quite cool. It's a really cool card. I always like special edition cards. It seems that the only way you can get them is through collector's boosters. And yeah, let's just go to our number 17. And we got Space Godzilla, Void Invader, also really known as Void Beckoner, which is an 8-mana 8/8 Nightmare Horror with Death Touch cycling for 3 mana. And when you cycle Void Beckoner, put Death Touch counter to a creature you control. If you just entered this podcast recently and you go like, wait, what? I can explain to you. The actual card name is Void Beckoner. It's simply the Godzilla cards are really just retextures or something like that of the actual cards. Like, it's simply they keep the same card name, creature types, abilities, power, toughness. It's simply the art is different, and it has like some kind of like, I don't know how you call it, cosmetic name. Like it's like a cool name which doesn't really serve any purpose. Like, you cannot have 4 Void Beckoners and 4 Space Godzilla Void Invaders in there. It's just simply a cool name. It's not the actual card name. The actual card name is Void Beckoner. Just so you notice. So don't plan on playing Space Godzilla and then play Void Beckoner. So then you just go like, if you have him out, you just cycle Void Beckoners and put Death Touch counters. That's not how it works. You have to cycle himself to put the Death Touch counters. Let's just go to wait, I think this is now the new biggest creature to actually have Death Touch, because I think the biggest creature previously to have Death Touch was Soul of Innistrad / Wormcoil Engine, and now it's Space Godzilla Void Invader. More accurately, Void Beckoner. But let's go to number 16. And we got Baby Godzilla, Rune Reborn, also known as what is that? Poliwag Symbiote. 2 mana, 1/3 frog with each creature spell you cast costs 1 less to cast if it has mutate. Where you cast a creature spell, if it has mutate, draw a card, then discard a card. Yeah. It's pretty cool though. It's also quite cool if you're planning on playing mutates. And for its ability, you don't need to actually mutate the card. You can cast it if it has mutate normally or with mutate cost. It's quite cool. I just like a Baby Godzilla if you're planning on using a mutate deck. But remember, its name is Poliwag Symbiote. Let's just go to our number 15. And we got Gigant, Cyberclaw Terror. Actual name, Gerudo, Doom of Depths. So 6 mana, sits legendary demon Kraken with Companion. Your starting deck contains only cards with even converted mana costs. If you want to find out what Companion does, remember to watch my new mechanics video after this podcast. It's going to come soon, so stay tuned for the new mechanics video. And when enters battlefield, each player milks 4, then put a creature of an even CMC from among them onto the battlefield under your control. So yeah, it's quite cool if you're planning on running an even deck. So even cards usually were like obsoleted, like, well, as in not really too good, because not really that good, because odd cards are quite better. Like, for example, Void Winnower would not let opponents block with creatures of even CMCs or cast spells with even CMCs. And additionally, Yanet lets you cast odd cards for free with its ability if you manage to reveal it from top of your deck when it attacks. Yeah, it's quite cool. But now events actually have a chance. So Gigant just gives a purpose to even CMC cards. Like, well, that is ability based, because ability based in the past, odd cards were actually strictly better than even cards when it comes to abilities. But now it's changing. Now it's not strictly better. Now it can benefit from Gigant, but yeah, it's quite interesting, this card. Let's just go to our number 14. Simply number 14, we got the rat, the perfect pet, also known as Sprite Dragon, 2 mana 1/1 fairy dragon with flying haste. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put +1/+1 counter on Sprite Dragon. What? Is that actually better than Storm Chaser, I think it was? Because like there's this card from Storm Chaser Mage, I think it was called. I don't know. It was this card from Oath of Gatewatch, where it was a 2 mana 1/3 with flying haste and prowess. That is probably better because it's a persistent prowess. Like it's prowess that puts counters on it. Yeah, it's quite cool, actually. So yeah, I'm not sure what Godzilla movie or what Godzilla movie is Dorat from. I don't know. There's too many Godzilla movies. Like it's so hard to keep track of all the Godzilla movies. I mean, I only watched 3 Godzilla movies, and that's all. And I think 3's enough. I don't know. It would be cool to. Godzilla movies are always like really cool. And yeah, I just want to know what is the rat from. Let's just go to our number 13. While we try to figure that out. I don't know. Number 13? There we go. And we got Godzilla, Doom Inevitable, also known as Yidaro, Wandering Monster, 7 mana 8/8 legendary dinosaur turtle with trample haste, cycling for 2 mana. When you cycle Yidaro, shuffle it into your library, but if you cycle them 4 times this game, put onto battlefield from your graveyard instead. Yeah, it's a really cool card because I'm sure there's going to be some kind of cycle strategy with this, because if you cycle him 4 times, you get him. So on luckiest of cases, you can actually get him down on turn 4, because if you turn 2 cycle him once, turn 3 cycle him and play 1 mana spell. That's 2 times. Then cycle him another time, and then cycle him. There you go! Godzilla Doom Inevitable. Right on turn 4. Otherwise, you can hardcast him, and he's still above average. 10 mana 8/8. Trample haste. Wow! Pretty cool. Let's just go to our number 12. And we got Godzilla, Primeval Champion, also known as Titan of Threats. 9 mana, 11/11 Dinosaur Beast with Trample, cycling for 2 mana. When you cycle Titan of Threats, put Trample counter on target creature you control. Yeah, it's really cool. Because it's also above average, and if you do not want him, you can just cycle him and you give something Trample. It's quite similar to Space Godzilla Void Invader, which can give Death Touch to anything, yeah. There we go. And yeah, this is Godzilla Primeval Champion. This is just really cool. Number 11, there we go. It seems all of the reviews on Crystalline Giant was actually, or Crystalline Giant, or I think the Japanese version, I don't know exactly, was saying, wait, is that Mecha Godzilla? Or like, I suppose it's like a Godzilla and it's a robot, so I assume it's Mecha Godzilla. It's a Japanese exclusive, 3 mana, free. And yeah. So the English card is Crystalline Giant, 3 mana, free artifact creature giant. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose a kind of counter at random that Crystalline Giant does not have on it from among flying, first strike, death touch, hexproof, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, vigilance, and +1/+1. Put a counter of that kind on Crystalline Giant. In order to do that, you need to start off with a D10. You need a D10. If you want to find out some D10s, there's 2 types of D10s. It's one that has numbers ranging from 0 to 9, and there's also one that ranges from 0 to 90, escalating by 10 each time. And yeah, additionally, that's the first time, you can then, next time will decrease to 9, so there's no 9-sided dice, so just roll it again, and if you roll a 0, then just re-roll, I don't know. Then once it gets to 8, just roll D8, yeah, 7 again, D8. 6, that gets simpler with a D6. D5, no, so you just roll D6, and if you roll 1, re-roll. D4, you can try out on buying some D4s, but if you played in Amonkhet or Out of the Station at your local game store, you could actually get some of those dice. D3, you just roll a D6 and half the result. Yeah. D2 is just a coin flip, and then the final one, you just straight up put it. There we go. That's Crystalline Giant. So if you're planning on playing Crystalline Giant, get yourself one of each of those dice. And a coin. And you're off to go with a Crystalline Giant. So, let's just go to our number 10. And it's Destroya. Perfect life form, also known as Evercool Phoenix. 4 mana, 4/4 Phoenix with mutate for 4 mana. Yeah, it's actually same mutate cost, except it replaces 1 red with 1 generic. Flying, whenever it mutates, create a feather artifact with 1 mana, sacrifice feather, bring back a Phoenix from your graveyard to battlefield tap. So this is quite good if you're planning on a Phoenix tribal, as this can bring back your fellow Phoenixes. So yeah. It's really cool. So this might actually be played in some Archetype Phoenix sideboard. Because there's always the alternate plan of mutating if you cannot cast enough instant sorceries. So then you get feathers and bring back the Archetype Phoenix, or you can straight up just build Phoenix Tribal in Commander. Or if that actually becomes a thing in Standard, Pioneer, Modern, I don't know what format, you can just try Phoenix Tribal in that format instead. But it's preferable you try on Commander first. Who knows what might happen when you play Destroya? Let's just go to simply number 9. And we got Angerus, Armored Killer, also known as Gem Razor, 4 mana, 4/4 beast with 3 mana, mutate for 3 mana, reach trample whenever this creature mutates, destroys our artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. Wow, that's going to be played in sideboard. And I heard they're making a card that's also strictly better than Naturalize, but instead of having the option of exiling an artifact, not exiling a card from a graveyard, you can cycle it for 2 mana instead. But probably you'd like to be playing Gem Razor instead now in the sideboard because of the mutate. It's quite cheap. It's 3 mana only. I mean, like 2 mana can be quite better. I don't know how significant is 2 mana being able to cycle it or exile a card from graveyard compared to 3 mana gives a creature reach and trample and potentially makes it stronger. I mean, you need to have a creature in order to mutate. I don't know. Well, yeah. I don't know what would be better, Angerus or just some normal 2 mana enchantment removal. Let's just go to our Golden 8. And there is another Japanese card. And I don't know what it is, but the English translation is Dirge Bat. 4 mana, 3/3 bat with mutate for 6 mana. Usually mutate costs were cheaper than the mana cost, but this time it's more expensive. Flashlight, where mutate, destroy type creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. So yeah, I rated this at golden number 8 because it's a removal. Like if you plan on mutating, it can serve as a great removal when you keep on mutating. Quite cool. You can flash. It's a flash mutate actually. Wow. And if you don't plan on mutating him naturally with his mutate cost, you can just cast him and then just mutate him with something else instead. And he flies as well afterwards. Nice. That's a really cool card. Dirge Bat. Yeah. It's quite conditional, but it can actually be quite useful. I'm not sure if it's me or I think that monster in the Godzilla thing was in a Godzilla movie from, was it 2014, 2015? I don't know. Well, I think it was 2014. Oh yeah, it was 2014. Yeah, that's the one I watched. Thing. Yeah. Quite cool. I mean, Godzilla is really always is cool. Like the Godzilla movies all have a single plot. Either it's like Godzilla just destroying so many buildings in that movie, or it's Godzilla just fighting some other monster. Yeah, and it's always like that's literally just always a plot in Godzilla, and that makes Godzilla movies really cool. Let's just go to our number 7. Simply number 7. And we got King Caesar, Awoken Titan. 4 mana, 3/5 Legendary Dinosaur Cat Nightmare for mutate for 5 mana. Again, more expensive than actual mana cost. Except this time it has a hybrid. But it's 2 whites instead of 1 white. Double strike. Whenever it mutates, deal 4 damage to a creature or planeswalker and opponent controls, and you gain 4 life. Wow. Not too good, but yeah, it's quite cool. Double strike is always quite cool as well. 4 mana for 3/5 double strike? Nice! Yeah. But if you mutate him onto something else, it can actually be a bigger thing with double strike. Yeah. Let's just go to our number 6. And we got Rodan, Titan of Winged Fury, also known as Woodrock Apex of Thunder. Wait, did I not read the actual card name for a King Caesar? Wait, Snapdax, Apex of the Hunt. Snapdax, Apex of the Hunt. And this is Woodrock Apex of Thunder. Yeah. 3/3 for 3 mana, legendary and elemental dinosaur cat for mutate 4 mana, flying first strike, whatever mutates. You may cast target non-creature card with CMC 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. This probably would be Narset's pet. I don't know. Narset is actually in this pain. Oh, hi Liz. How are you? And yeah, it's really cool. And so if you're planning on using mutates and cheap non-creature spells, then you can just... Oh hi, Salahdin. How are you? And in case you haven't noticed, this is actually a Godzilla spoilers podcast in Magic the Gathering. Yeah, they're actually making Godzilla cards in the new set. Cool, isn't it? Let's just go to our number 5. And we got Biolante, Plant Beast Form. Say 5 mana, 5/5 legendary cat nightmare beast. Wait, what the heck? It's a beast, but it's not a plant. Come on, it should be a plant beast form, not a cat nightmare beast. What is this wizard's logic? I don't know. Actually, the real name is Nephroi, Apex of Death, and it's a 7 mana. 7 mana mutate, Death Touch, Lifelink. Whenever this creature mutates, return any number of type creature cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to battlefield. So if you have walls in your graveyard, you can just bring them all back. And then just bring back all the other stuff. So this can actually be quite good if you're running walls, because this brings back so many walls there. And additionally, anything special. Like the mutate says you can't mutate humans, but you can mutate a wall. How do you mutate a wall exactly? Or an elf, merfolk, I don't know. How are you supposed to mutate a wall? Look, fortified rampart, and then you just mutate them into Biolante. What is this? Biolante wall? I recommend you don't do that, because it will have defender. Yeah, let's just continue talking about Biolante. It's quite a cool card as well, because of how it can just bring everything back, or bring many things back when it mutates. Yeah, I also agree it's really cool. And yeah, I'm sure it's going to be played in Commander. Do you know that for mutate costs, since there are alternate costs, you don't actually have to pay commander tax for mutate. If you want to explore the mutate mechanic better, you should go and watch my my new mechanics video that will be coming soon, right after this podcast. But we're not done yet. We still have 4 more cards to go. Number 4, and we got yes, that was a drum roll. But that number 4 was BioQuartz Space Godzilla. 5, also known as Brockos, Apex of Forever, 5 mana 6/6, legendary Nightmare Beast Elemental. For mutate for 5 mana. Wow, it's an Apex that actually has a cheaper mutate cost than its mana cost. Trample, you may cast Brockos, Apex of Forever from your graveyard using its mutate ability. So wow. Oh wait, actually it's 5 mana and it's mutate 5 mana, so that's actually the same thing. Yeah. And yeah, it's quite cool. It's a BioQuartz Space Godzilla. And yeah. It just looks really cool. Yeah. And let's just go to our it's basically the only mutate that can actually cast itself back from the graveyard using mutate. It's quite cool. Additionally, it can actually be quite good as a commander as well, because it has the same mutate cost as its actual mana cost. Well, some actually had cheaper than its actual mana cost for mutate. I don't know. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's quite cool. It would be quite cool to run in the new Commander 2020 Enhanced Evolution Commander deck. It's quite cool. Let's just go to our number 3, golden number 3. There we go. And we got Ghidorah, that Hydreigon. That is just really cool. Ghidorah, King of the Cosmos. Well, really just Illuna, Apex of Wishes. 5 mana 6/6, legendary beast elemental dinosaur. Wow, it's neither a Hydra nor a dragon. What is this? And they chose this creature to be Ghidorah. Okay, what is with Wizard's logic? I don't know. It's a 6 mana for mutates as well. 5 flying trample whenever it mutates. Exile card from top of library until you exile non-land permanent. Put into battlefield or into your hand. It's just really cool because you can filter all the lands. Unfortunately, you have to filter instants and sorceries, but then you'll get something, hopefully something big, and there you go, out. That's when it mutates. It mutates is a cool mechanic, yeah. Mutate, yeah, it's a new mechanic in this new set. Yeah, where you can combine creatures one with another. So I can explain it to you more in depth in the next video after the podcast. Let's just go to our number 2. And there we got Mothra, Supersonic Queen. Well, actually it's known as Luminous Brood Moth. Say 4 mana, 3/4 insect with flying. Whenever a creature you control without flying dies, bring it back under its owner's control with a flying counter on it. So it has kind of like a flying undying. Wait, Yu-Gi-Oh! You can mutate? I don't know you could mutate stuff in Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, yeah, it's a new feature in Magic the Gathering. I'm not sure how it works in Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'll explain it to you in a different video, and then you can comment if it's like Yu-Gi-Oh or if it's not like Yu-Gi-Oh. But practically saying, in a nutshell, it just mutates your creatures, and it's quite cool. So Mothra would be quite good in a deck without any flying creatures because they'll bring them back with flying. Unfortunately, it's not legendary, so you can't build it as a commander. Come on, Mothra commander. Everything doesn't fly. And then you can use that to bring your creatures back because they don't fly, and now they fly. And additionally, since it's a counter, you can simply try things to remove it so that it loses flying. And then you can sacrifice it so it comes back and gains flying. I just need to somehow figure out how you can remove counters. How you can remove flying counters easily. So then you can bring them back with the Luminous Brood Moth. I don't know, it's quite cool. It's not number one, but the best one is this one.
Render full
It's Godzilla, King of the Monsters. More accurately, it's Xylorpha Strength Incarnate, but yeah, you get me. It's a 5 and a 7/3 legendary dinosaur with trample. Your creatures are dealt damage by their power and not by their toughness. So it's literally reverse Doran. Yeah. So Doran is a 3 mana 0/5 legendary tree folk shaman with each creature assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. So Godzilla is just reverse that. And it's only to your own stuff. So yeah. And this is Doran. No, Dorat is something else. This is Dorat. This is Doran. And Godzilla is our number one. And by the way, it's a Biobox promo. So that's probably the only Godzilla card you can alternatively get, because you can get Godzilla cards through collector's boosters, but Godzilla King of Monsters, you can also get him by buying a bot. Simple as that. If you buy a bot at your local game store, it will give you 1 copy of Godzilla King of the Monsters. And yeah, as a promotional card in foil variant. I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's going to be in foil variant. I don't know. It's going to come out in a few months, I think, or in a month. I don't know. But it's going to come out digitally in 2 days. So remember to stay tuned for the new Ikoria Lair of Behemoths release on MTG Arena, and enjoy the game. Congratulations, you've reached the end of the podcast. So why don't you like and subscribe and follow if you haven't already? Share with friends. Stay tuned for the next videos, streams, and podcasts. Podcasts will be live every Tuesday, so stay tuned to them. And watch my videos too. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and bye.